Quick check of the headlines this Saturday evening. "14 years on, the nation remembers, salutes the heroes of 26/11, the deadliest terror attack on Indian soil."
14 वर्ष पहले जब भारत अपने संविधान और अपने नागरिकों के अधिकारों का पर्व मना रहा था, मानवता के दुश्मनों ने भारत पर सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी हमला किया।
On Constitution Day, the Prime Minister pays tribute to the heroes of 26/11, remembers the victims and pays tribute. Another Tihar tape is out. Satinder Jain featured on this tape, and the man you see there sitting on a chair is the jailer, the superintendent. Superintendent visited the jail minister in jail. What was happening? Congress Gundaism on tape. Congress leader seen assaulting and abusing a policeman in the national capital. Storm over the Amritpal report on Republic. Calls for Khalistan, calls for weapons. The story has escalated as we question the Chief Minister. The opposition in Punjab has gone to the governor.
One, zero. Liftoff normal.
And it's a liftoff successfully placed in orbit, the PSLV C-54 on its longest mission yet. Getting in some breaking news now. In fact, in the last few days, one of the biggest talking points, the political controversies in Delhi, has been around Manish Sisodia, whether he's been charge-sheeted or not. The Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming that the CBI charge-sheeted several people in the liquor scam on Friday did not name Manish Sisodia. Today, the Enforcement Directorate has also filed a charge sheet, and the Aam Aadmi Party claimed that it was a witch hunt against Sisodia, but we're getting in some details now that the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi's role is part of the active investigation that continues. No clean sheet has been given so far, and the charge sheet is against Sameer Mahendru and his 4 companies because the custody of Sameer Mahendru is ending, and hence the charge sheet and the rest continue to be a part of the active investigation, including the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. So that's the breaking news update. In one line, no clean sheet to Manish Sisodia. Shravan will be joining us on the phone line in just a few minutes. In fact, the CBI on Friday filed a charge sheet. Several people were named. Manish Sisodia wasn't. That was a CBI charge sheet. And we're hearing from ED sources that Sisodia's role continues to be under investigation. Shravan is joining us on the details. With all the details, Shravan, what do we know so far about his role and whether he's been charge sheeted? In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has been claiming victory almost to say that he hasn't been named.
Well, in fact, it's perhaps foolhardy on the part of the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia to essentially say that a clean sheet has been given. Important to point out here is that this charge sheet is essentially being filed only because there is a mandatory time period after the arrest is made. Sameer Mahendru was arrested, and that is the reason why his charge sheet has been filed. Against him has been filed. There are other accused who've also been arrested, but the time period has not lapsed as yet, and that is the reason why no charge sheet has been filed against others. But top sources within the Enforcement Directorate have now clearly indicated to Ranjan that the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia is very much within the active investigation of the agency. What does this essentially mean? It means that the scope of a supplementary charge sheet in the excise policy cannot be wished away at this point in time because the investigation is far from over. In fact, it's a laborious process that has been undertaken by both the Enforcement Directorate as well as the Central Bureau of Investigation, and in all likelihood, both agencies would be filing a supplementary charge sheet. As far as the role of the Deputy Chief Minister is concerned, remember, it is very much under the scanner, because right now what the Enforcement Directorate was essentially focusing at was primarily the role of these liquor traders and liquor manufacturers, because remember, the allegation essentially being that they were basically benefiting from an excise policy that was drafted by some of them. In fact, they've come across digital evidence to basically indicate that the liquor manufacturers were very much aware of the excise policy that was being drafted. In fact, the draft policy was exchanged with them. There is also conversations between the communication strategists in this particular case and, for that matter, liquor manufacturers with regards to the draft policy. And that is exactly the allegation that has been leveled at this point in time. The Aam Aadmi Party is essentially trying to, fake a narrative that a clean sheet has been given in this particular case.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that, Shawan. So I think that sort of answers that question on whether he's been given a clean sheet or not. There is no clean sheet yet. There is no clean sheet. That investigation continues. So not sure the Aam Aadmi Party can celebrate or claim vindication just yet. Thank you, Shawan, for joining us with those inputs. In fact, the big election controversy from the state of Gujarat just before the election. A leader who's been a part of the Congress party in the past, Shankar Singh Waghela, is a former chief minister. His son has joined back the Congress party. There was speculation that Shankar Singh Waghela himself would have joined the Congress party. And Shankar Singh Waghela, who's actively campaigning for the Congress party, says there is no need for a Ram Mandir. He says Lord Ram can even stay in a tent. He says Ram Mandir is a non-issue. He says it's being pressed onto the people of Gujarat. It's a forced issue in Gujarat. And as he makes those comments, it's become the biggest political controversy in Gujarat. Let's go across and listen into some reactions coming in from the BJP, which has questioned this comment, saying there is no need for the Congress party or its campaigners or supporters to make such comments in the first place.
I would only say one thing very proudly. First, as a citizen of the country, that history will be created in Gujarat by the Bharatiya Janata Party, securing more than 2/3 of the seats there on the development model, Gujarat model. And the second thing I would proudly say as a devout Hindu as well, these are the very people who had earlier said भगवान राम काल्पनिक हैं. ये वही कांग्रेस है जो कहती है हिंदू बच्चे मंदिर में लड़कियां छेड़ने जाते हैं, जो कहते हैं कि भगवत गीता में जिहाद की बात की जा रही है, और दूसरी तरफ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की अटूट मजबूत विचारधारा है, जिसने हर मैनिफेस्टो में कहा था कि भव्य राम मंदिर अयोध्या में बनेगा. तब ये मजाक करते थे मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे, तारीख नहीं बताएंगे. अब हम कहते हैं मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे, तारीख भी बताएंगे, तुमको भी बुलाएंगे. लेकिन इन लोगों में इतनी हिम्मत भी नहीं है कि वहां जा सकें, क्योंकि देश की जनता इनका चुनावी हिंदू होना, ढोंगी हिंदू होना देख चुकी है.
देखिए, दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी की विचारधारा हमेशा रोम मानसिकता की रही है. रोम मानसिकता का मतलब है विभाजनकारी तुष्टिकरण की नीति, और इसीलिए राम और राम मानसिकता और राम नीति से उन्हें हमेशा ऐतराज़ रहा है. इसीलिए राम जी का अस्तित्व नहीं, राम जी टेंट में रहे, राम जी को मंदिर की आवश्यकता नहीं, मंदिर को लटकाना अटकाना भटकाना, राम मंदिर का विरोध करना, मंदिर के भूमि पूजन का काले कपड़े पहनकर कांग्रेस ने विरोध किया है। और इसी श्रृंखला में आपने देखा होगा जो लगातार बयान वोट बैंक को साधने के लिए दिए जा रहे हैं कि कृष्ण जी का संदेश गीता वो जिहाद की तरह है, हिंदू बुरा होता है। इसी श्रृंखला में तुष्टीकरण का सबसे बड़ा बनना है भाईजान, इसलिए हिंदुओं का करो अपमान, और इसलिए ये बयान।
In fact, it was an interview to our colleague Priyanka on the campaign trail. Priyanka spoke to Shankar Singh Waghela a few minutes back. In fact, Waghela was on the campaign trail. She spoke to him. She asked him whether Ram Mandir was an issue, and this was his response. The comment that's become the #1 controversy.
A lot of controversies have erupted over the Gujarat elections and the kind of statements and counter statements that have come to light. कई सारे बयानबाजी हुई है और उन्हीं के बीच हम बात कर रहे हैं शंकर सिंह वाघेला, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री गुजरात के रह चुके हैं, बड़े नेता है, यहाँ पे ऑपोजिशन के लिए अब कैंपेन कर रहे हैं। उन्हीं से बात करते हैं। सर, मैं आपसे काफी सारी चीजों पे बात करना चाहती हूँ, पर शुरुआत में आपके कुछ ही घंटों पहले आपने एक बहुत ही विवादित बयान दिया था राम मंदिर के ऊपर। हमने देखा कुछ ही घंटों पहले राम मंदिर की तस्वीरें आई थी, नई तस्वीरें आई है, पहली तस्वीरें आई हैं, अब भव्य मंदिर बनने जा रहा है। उसके ऊपर अब आपने राजनीति भी की है और उसके ऊपर आपने कहा है कि बीजेपी इसकी खाली मार्केटिंग कर रही है और राम मंदिर एक्चुअली एक मुद्दा नहीं है।
देखिए, जब राम मंदिर का फाउंडेशन लेइंग स्टोन जो हुआ, इसमें कहीं रामलला की छोटी भी मूर्ति आपने देखी और किसकी मूर्ति देखी? तो भगवान राम का उपयोग आप राजनीति के लिए मत करिए। ठीक है, रामायण हुआ, महाभारत हुआ, कृष्ण राम इनका, लेकिन राम मंदिर लोगों की श्रद्धा आस्था होती है। ये मंदिर नहीं था और अभी बना रहा है या बनेगा, तब भी मेरे लिए मेरे पेट में जो पेटूराम मेरा है उसमें रोटी मिलेगी, मेरे बच्चे को नौकरी मिलेगी, मेरी माताजी बीमार है उनको अच्छी है मेडिकल चेकअप की मतलब सुविधा मिलेगी, देश में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की शांति होगी। ये जो मामला है ये कोई देखता नहीं है। राम मंदिर ठीक है, कल नहीं था और है, व्हाट इज मेक डिफरेंस? आप बनाइए ना, बनाओ 5000 फुट ऊपर बनाइए। आप बिल्कुल सोने।
बापू, आप ऐसा कैसे कह सकते हैं कि डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस? क्योंकि कई लोगों की आस्था की बात है, आपने खुद ने कहा, और आप खुद उस रथ यात्रा पे भी निकले थे राम मंदिर की बनाने के लिए, तो अब आप इस पे राजनीति क्यों कर रहे हैं जबकि ये बनने आ रहा है?
देखिए, राजनीति जो आपने बताया ना, यात्रा, वो भी पॉलिटिकल यात्रा थी, लेकिन पॉलिटिकल यात्रा राम मंदिर हम बनाएंगे उसके लिए पॉलिटिकल यात्रा थी, लोगों को पोलराइज करने के लिए, अपने साइड में लेने के लिए। मंदिर बनाने में मंदिर का मार्केटिंग करना और मंदिर में जो है उसमें खुद का रखना, भगवान राम का फोटो नहीं, खुद का फोटो, खुद का मार्केटिंग, खुद की वीडियोग्राफी, मैं इसके खिलाफ।
पर खुद की वीडियोग्राफी कौन कर रहा है? वो तो मंदिर की ही बात कर रहे हैं ना। इसमें आप खुद बोल रहे हैं कि पहले पॉलिटिक्स हो रही थी, तो क्या अब भी आप पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं?
मंदिर तो मंदिर था, नहीं था, पहले भी मतलब था, अब अम्बा जी का मंदिर है, पहले भी ये अलग। देखिए, मंदिर का सवाल है, अलग पर्सनल मैटर है, धर्म मेरी खुद की आस्था का सवाल है, वो पॉलिटिकल इश्यू नहीं है। मैं हिंदू हूँ, मैं मुसलमान हूँ, जैसे स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय है, स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय पांचवा संप्रदाय है, वो कोई माने न माने अलग बात है, लेकिन ये धर्म का मार्केटिंग लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाने के लिए, लोगों के साथ धोखाधड़ी, भगवान राम के साथ अपना फोटो मिलाना, गांधी जी के साथ फोटो मिलाना, विवेकानंद के साथ फोटो मिलाना, सरदार साहब के साथ फोटो, ये जो है लोग साइकोलॉजी पब्लिक की, इसमें समथिंग एल्स की बू आती है हमको, इनकी राजनीति की, मार्केटिंग की।
पर बापू, मैं आपके कई सारे इंटरव्यू कर चुकी हूँ। जब राम मंदिर की घोषणा हुई थी तब भी आपने कहा था कि ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है जो हो रही है, पहले भी आपने कहा था, आपने खुद याद दिलाया था कि आप भी उस रथ यात्रा पे गए थे। तो अब क्या ये गुजरात इलेक्शंस को याद में रखते हुए आपने अपना फ्लिप फ्लॉप बयान चेंज किया?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं तो जब कोई राम मंदिर का जिक्र मैंने तो नहीं शुरू किया। उन्होंने कहा राम मंदिर बन रहा, बनने दीजिए ना, क्या आप क्यों मार्केटिंग करते हैं? बनने का तो लोगों को मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा क्या? लेकिन हम राम वाले हैं, बाकी रहीम वाले हैं। ये जो पोलराइज करना है लोगों को, आप हिंदू है वो याद करवाना और आपको ही हमको वोट देना है, हम ही राम वाले हैं, बाकी कोई राम वाला नहीं है, ये जो मेंटालिटी है, मैं इसका विरोध करता हूँ।
All right, so the BJP versus Congress fight continues. Shankar Singh Waghela, in fact, was expected to join the Congress back. He's been a chief minister from the Congress in Gujarat in the past. Here are some other top stories we're tracking for you this Saturday evening. Prime Minister Modi paid tribute to the heroes of 26/11 and to all victims who lost their lives in the terror attacks of 2008 in Mumbai. The Prime Minister said that 14 years ago, when India was celebrating its Constitution Day, enemies of humanity carried out the biggest terror attack.
आज 26/11 मुंबई आतंकी हमले का दिन भी है। 14 वर्ष पहले जब भारत अपने संविधान और अपने नागरिकों के अधिकारों का पर्व मना रहा था, उसी दिन मानवता के दुश्मनों ने भारत पर सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी हमला किया था। मुंबई आतंकी हमले में जिनकी मृत्यु हुई, मैं उन्हें अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं।
The nation remembers the heroes and victims of the deadliest terror attack on our soil. Tributes poured in from across the nation, from President Murmu to the Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. Top union ministers remembered the victims, paid homage. In Mumbai, the Maharashtra governor and even the Chief Minister paid their tribute with other leaders at the premises of the Police Commissioner's office. After a massage and meals, another video of the Delhi Jail Minister Satyendra Jain from Tihar Jail. In this video, Satyendra Jain is seen meeting, believe it or not, the head jailer, the superintendent of the Tihar Jail inside the prison cell. The video is dated the 12th of September this year. He can be seen, he's seen rather having a conversation with a few people, including the jail superintendent, who has now been placed under suspension.
पहले वीडियो में आपने देखा कि सत्येंद्र जैन मालिश करवाते हैं चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट के द्वारा। आम आदमी पार्टी उसे फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट बताती है। आम आदमी पार्टी ने स्पा की सेवाएं तिहाड़ में खोल दी। फिर हमने देखा सत्येंद्र जैन बोलते हैं 28 किलो वजन घट गया, कोर्ट में कहते हैं खाना नहीं मिल रहा, परंतु सामने आता है कि नवाबों जैसे उनको सम्पचुअस मील दिया जा रहा है 2-2 बटलर के साथ। और वो भी सामने आ गया कि आप आदमी पार्टी ने तिहाड़ में किस प्रकार से रिजॉर्ट और रेस्टोरेंट शुरू कर दिया।
ये रेड मनीष सिसोदिया जी के बैंक लॉकर पे भी हुई, ये रेड मनीष सिसोदिया जी के पैतृक गांव में भी हुई, ये रेड मनीष सिसोदिया जी के तमाम रिश्तेदारों के उनके ठिकानों पे हर जगह हुई। लेकिन बीजेपी को रत्ती भर भी सबूत मनीष सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ नहीं मिला। आप खुद ही सोचिए कि 6 महीने सड़क पे घूम घूम कर मनीष सिसोदिया जी को भ्रष्टाचारी कहना, कोई शराब घोटाला हो गया, ये चिल्लाना, ये कहने के बाद आज बीजेपी की एजेंसियां कोर्ट में चार्जशीट जब दाखिल करती हैं, जब कोर्ट में सबूत देने की बात आई, तो मनीष सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ रत्ती भर भी सबूत इन बीजेपी की एजेंसियों के पास नहीं था दिखाने के लिए कि मनीष सिसोदिया भ्रष्टाचार, कि मनीष सिसोदिया ने भ्रष्टाचार किया। आज सीबीआई हो, ईडी हो, भाजपा हो, पीएमओ हो, सबने मनीष सिसोदिया जी को ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट दिया। आम आदमी पार्टी को ईमानदारी का सर्टिफिकेट देने का काम किया है। साथियों, आप खुद ही सोचिए कि जब गुजरात के चुनाव 4 दिन दूर हो, जब नगर निगम के दिल्ली के चुनाव 7 दिन दूर हो और बीजेपी के पास रत्ती भर भी सबूत होता मनीष सिसोदिया जी के खिलाफ, तो पूरे शहर में, पूरे देश में घूमकर ढिंडोरा पीटती बीजेपी। छत पे चढ़ के पानी पी पी के मनीष सिसोदिया जी को गाली देती। लेकिन बीजेपी, ईडी, सीबीआई, इनमें से किसी के पास रत्ती भर भी सबूत नहीं है। और ईडी और सीबीआई ने आज मनीष सिसोदिया जी को क्लीन चिट देने का काम किया है। और यह क्लीन चिट यह दर्शाता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी इकलौती ऐसी पार्टी है भारत देश की जो कट्टर ईमानदार है। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इकलौते ऐसे नेता हैं इस देश के जो कट्टर ईमानदार हैं। हमारी जांच भाजपा के लोग पिछले 7 सालों से करा रहे हैं। 2015 में जब हमारी दिल्ली में सरकार बनी, तब से लेकर आज तक हर रोज कोई नई जांच होती है। पहले उपराज्यपाल नजीब जंग ने हमारी जांच कराई, फिर उपराज्यपाल अनिल बैजल ने हमारी जांच कराई, अब उपराज्यपाल विनय कुमार सक्सेना रोज एक नई जांच हम पर खोल देते हैं। शुंगलू कमेटी ने 400 से ज्यादा फाइलें हमारी जांच कर ली। सीबीआई की रेड हो गई, ईडी की रेड हो गई, लेकिन इनको क्या मिला? इस जांच में भाजपा और भाजपा की एजेंसीज को क्या मिला? यह एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल है। और आज जब कोर्ट में सबूत पेश करने की बात आई तो ईडी और सीबीआई के पास रत्ती भर भी सबूत नहीं था यह कहने के लिए कि मनीष सिसोदिया जी भ्रष्टाचारी हैं या मनीष सिसोदिया जी ने कोई भ्रष्टाचार किया हो। साथी, इसी के साथ साथ एक ऐसे व्यक्ति जिन्हें देश का सर्वश्रेष्ठ शिक्षा मंत्री कहा जाता है, एक ऐसे मंत्री जिन्होंने देश भर में, दुनिया भर में शिक्षा जगत में जो काम उन्होंने दिल्ली में करके दिखाया, उसमें भारत देश का नाम रोशन किया। एक ऐसे व्यक्ति जिन्होंने दिल्ली में शिक्षा क्रांति लाई, एक ऐसे व्यक्ति जिन्होंने वर्ल्ड क्लास एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस बनाकर विश्व स्तरीय शिक्षा देने का दिल्ली के बच्चों का काम किया, जिन्होंने दिल्ली के 20 लाख से अधिक बच्चों की तकदीर बदल दी, वो व्यक्ति जिन्होंने दिल्ली में आज एक ऐसी व्यवस्था बनाई है कि दिल्ली के सरकारी स्कूलों के बच्चे आईआईटी और नीट जैसे बड़े बड़े एग्जाम्स क्रैक कर रहे हैं। एक ऐसी व्यवस्था बनाई जिसमें गरीब सफाई कर्मचारी का बेटा हो या किसी जज का बेटा हो, सब एक डेस्क पे बैठकर एक स्कूल में एक छत के नीचे विश्व स्तरीय शिक्षा ग्रहण करते हैं। ऐसे महान पुरुष मनीष सिसोदिया को बदनाम करने की जो साजिश बीजेपी ने रची, उसके लिए भाजपा को माफी मांगनी चाहिए, भाजपा के नेतृत्व को माफी मांगनी चाहिए, यहां तक कि प्रधानमंत्री को माफी मांगनी चाहिए कि उन्होंने मनीष सिसोदिया जी को इस बदनाम करने की, इस प्रोपेगेंडा को अनलीश कर उन्हें डिफेम करने की जो पूरी साजिश रची, आज उसका पर्दाफाश हो गया।
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police. On the occasion of 26/11 attacks in Mumbai, Ministry of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media stating that terrorism threatened humanity and that the planners and overseers of the attack being brought to justice was something owed to the victims of terrorism across the world. Demonstrations in Maharashtra in the wake of the border talks between the state government.
Republic has confronted the jail officer seen in the video, the former superintendent of the Tihar jail who was seen in the video that was released this morning. We've confronted him, we've questioned him on how he went and visited the jailer. How did he visit the jail minister inside jail? And why was he seen in this tape? We have that reaction. Let's listen in.
My name is Piyush Ohri and I'm speaking from Republic Media Network, sir. Sir, your video has emerged. You have been interacting with Satinder Jain, sir. So what exactly is your point of view, sir? How do you want to defend your actions, sir?
Right now I'm in hospital. My wife is serious, so I could not say time.
No, sir, but if you can just give me your view, sir, what exactly? Because, you have been suspended because of this.
I cannot give my view right now because there is an inquiry underway and it cannot be to say anything.
Okay, okay, sir, I can understand your predicament, but I want to understand, did Satinder Jain in a way use his clout of asking you to come over?
I will not make any kind of comment because I'm still a government employee and the government has ordered inquiry and it is underway. So it is not appropriate to reveal anything. Whatever will be there, so that will come out during the investigation or during the course of inquiry.
Okay, sir. You know why, sir, I'm being persistent of knowing your side of the view is because there are also a lot of allegations that are being leveled against you.
And I'm not
yes,
mentally I'm not good because my wife is serious and she is hospitalized.
Okay, I wish her well, sir. I wish her well. And I also hope that you also come out of it, and that is why I wanted to know about your side of the story. But you want to say something at least, sir, because your name has emerged, your video has emerged, and I want that at least people should know. Yes, sir.
Actually, the government has ordered inquiry, and whatever the truth that will surface out.
Okay, can you tell me that when is the government report likely to come out, sir?
I don't know. No, this is purely related to the inquiry.
Are you still in Delhi or you are somewhere else, sir?
No, I am in NCR region. I am in Gurugram.
Okay. Right, sir. Thank you.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police. On the occasion of 26/11 attacks in Mumbai, Ministry of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media stating that terrorism threatened humanity and that the planners and overseers of the attack being brought to justice was something owed to the victims of terrorism across the world. Demonstrations in Maharashtra in the wake of the border talks between the state governments and Karnataka's governments was carried out at the Mahim bus stop in Mumbai, where protesters throwing black ink at the poster of the Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai can be seen. An incident of infiltration from Pakistan has been caught on camera with movement.
Breaking news now that Shraddha's killer Aftab has been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. He's been undergoing polygraph tests and a whole series of tests to ensure the truth comes out in the Shraddha murder case. He's now been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. He was in police custody. He's now been sent to judicial custody. We're getting in more details of the hearing from the court. These are details that are just coming into our newsrooms. Earlier, the polygraph test was conducted of Aftab, the murder accused in the Shraddha case, and he was at the Forensic Science Laboratory on Thursday and Friday for polygraph tests. He's undergone marathon sessions of the polygraph test, nearly 8 to 9 hours on both days. And just getting in some more details, officials have also said that they found it difficult to record his statements as he claims that he was unwell. And Madhurima is on the phone line with more details. Madhurima, what do we know about what happened in court? The reasons why he was sent to judicial custody. Madhurima.
Well, Ranjan, the 14-day police custody was over today, and after that, a person is sent to the judicial custody until and unless more evidence props up. That's the law. And following that, the judge here at the Saket Court was presented via video conference, Niranjan, because he was the entire day at the B.R. Ambedkar Hospital.
श्रद्धा से और दिल से सभी लोगों ने पूजा किया है, दर्शन हुआ है, बहुत ही समाधान और सभी लोगों को खुशी हुई है। माँ कामाख्या देवी का दर्शन अभी आज हुए हैं, बहुत बहुत सब लोग खुश हैं। ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
Those are pictures coming in from Guwahati, where the Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and his group of MLAs, over 40 of them, are present, and they are back at the Kamakhya temple, the Ma Kamakhya temple, where they visited before the government was formed in Maharashtra. They are back there to seek blessings of Ma Kamakhya, and they're returning almost after 5 months. 5 months after their government was sworn in. They've gone back there, and those were pictures that came in earlier of the entire group of MLAs who were moving as one team after landing at the Guwahati airport, took that bus to the Ma Kamakhya temple, and he was just speaking there. I think we just lost that feed. We'll try and play that out the moment we get it, but we've been reporting live. And earlier today, the Maharashtra Chief Minister was in Mumbai and attending to state events and paying tributes on 26/11 to the heroes who fought back Pakistani terrorists. Now, after that, he and along with him about 40 MLAs took that flight to Guwahati, and they are in Guwahati. Eknath Shinde there was just speaking that he's there to seek the blessings of Ma Kamakhya, and these are details. These are pictures, in fact, coming in. We'll go across also to our correspondent Aniruddha, who's there. Those are pictures, in fact, of Ma Kamakhya temple. And we'll move on and get you more details when we get that soundbite again. But senior leaders of the Shinde faction with him, in fact, the entire Shinde faction is with him. And we don't have a confirmation on whether he will be meeting Himanta Biswa Sarma, the Assam Chief Minister, there as well. But we should be able to get some details in a short while from now. All right, getting in some more details now. As the Amritpal controversy haunts the Punjab government, the Republic also questioned the Aam Aadmi Party Minister Harjinder Singh on why the AAP government in Punjab was silent on Amritpal Singh and the comments he's making. And here's what the Punjab minister said or didn't. He too tried to evade the Republic TV cameras.
इशू है लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को लेके जो इशू है एक अमृतपाल सिंह लगातार कैंपेन निकाल रहे हैं तो गवर्नमेंट क्यों साइलेंट है ईटीओ साहब गवर्नमेंट कोई जवाब नहीं दे रही है उस पे ईटीओ साहब अमृतपाल सिंह रनिंग अ कैंपेन डिमांडिंग द खालिस्तान ईटीओ साहब इफ यू कैन आंसर जस्ट बिकॉज टू क्लियर द स्टैंड ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ईटीओ साहब एक सवाल ईटीओ साहब व्हाई द गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट टेकिंग एक्शन व्हाई द गवर्नमेंट इज साइलेंट why the government is silent on that issue? इशू है लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को लेके जो इशू है एक अमृतपाल सिंह लगातार कैंपेन निकाल रहे हैं तो गवर्नमेंट क्यों साइलेंट है ईटीओ साहब गवर्नमेंट कोई जवाब नहीं दे रही है उस पे ईटीओ साहब अमृतपाल सिंह रनिंग अ कैंपेन डिमांडिंग द खालिस्तान ईटीओ साहब इफ यू कैन आंसर जस्ट बिकॉज टू क्लियर द स्टैंड ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ईटीओ साहब एक सवाल ईटीओ साहब why the government is not taking action why the government is silent ईटीओ साहब why the government is silent on that issue
That was a Punjab minister who evaded Republic TV's cameras. We also questioned, tried to rather get a response from the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann. We tried to ask him a question as his convoy was just moving in, and no questions taken, no answers given.
Well, you can see the Chief Minister is here, and in fact, we will try to speak to the Chief Minister. Sir, CM sir, one question. CM sir, one question. CM sir, one question regarding the law and order situation. You can see the Chief Minister has gone inside, and in fact, he will return, and we will question the same. Well, you can see the Chief Minister is here, and in fact, we will try to speak to the Chief Minister. Sir, CM sir, one question. CM sir, one question. CM sir, one question regarding the law and order situation. You can see the Chief Minister has gone inside, and in fact, he will return, and we will question the same.
All right, let's go across. Amandeep joining us now live. Amandeep, no questions taken, no answers given. What's the stand of the Punjab government on Amritpal? Have they spoken on Amritpal? They seem to be very silent on Amritpal. They seem to be very wary about Amritpal. Even after the report, of course, the Shiromani Akali Dal has questioned them, the BJP has questioned them, the Congress has questioned them. Why are they silent? What is it about Amritpal that they're scared about? Perhaps unsure.
The mystery that why Aam Aadmi Party government is remained silent on the issue of Amritpal. Neither Chief Minister nor any minister is coming up with any kind of statement. Neither they are releasing a statement in the favor nor against. What all is happening in government, they are putting the Punjab into a thick soup. And in fact, on one side, Amritpal is holding his own roadshows and the campaigns for the Sikh religion, and even the radicalization is happening under the on the Punjab grounds, and political leaders are straight away questioning Aam Aadmi Party government that why they are silent, why they are not able to maintain the law and order situation. And even Sukhbir Singh Badal, Shiromani Akali Dal chief, met governor and seeking the intervention of union government, and even he has also highlighted the fact that now the Aam Aadmi Party remain missing in the Punjab, and even law and order situation is sustaining, it is escalating, and the situation is again taking a turn to the mid-19s when the terrorism was on the peak. And this was the specific mention that was done by Sukhbir Singh Badal to governor seeking the intervention of union government to control the Punjab situation. But Aam Aadmi Party remains silent. We tried Bhagwant Mann, Chief Minister of Punjab. He did not come out with any kind of statement. We tried Cabinet Minister Harjinder Singh, ETO. He will remain silent on this entire issue, that what all is happening, why the government is not able to speak. This is a big question This is a big question, Niranjan, and this question may land Punjab into a very tough situation the way the way the things are visible on the ground of Punjab. Radicalization is happening. Demand of Khalistan is being raised by the Amritpal once again on the ground. And continuously, and he is trying to lure the youth and trying to engage the youth with his own organization to carry forward the movement of Khalistan in Punjab and demanding for the independent Sikh state. And this all happened late in early 80s and till mid of 19s. Those 15 years was the painful 15 years for the Punjab, and now the situation is again taking the similar turn. But Aam Aadmi Party government remain missing. They are all engaged to their political activities in Gujarat as well as in Delhi. But what all is happening in Punjab, they are not concerned about it. Neither Chief Minister nor any ministers. Just because, Niranjan, Punjab police have not got clear instructions to how to deal with this situation. Just because government has to decide that either to take a tough question or there has to be a free run to these elements. Or is it illegal to demand Khalistan in Punjab, or is it illegal? Just because, Niranjan, it is a fact that all the organizations related to the pro-Khalistani activities, they all are banned. Either Babar Khalsa International, either Khalistan Liberation Force, either Khalistan Zindabad Force, all are the banned organization. And the people associated with these organizations has been declared as a terrorist in Punjab. But now, Aam Aadmi Party's silence is pushing Punjab again into a very tough situation.
Okay,
yes,
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Joining us with those inputs from Chandigarh, we're still waiting for the Aam Aadmi Party to take a stand on Amritpal, who wants a separate country. He says he wants a separate Khalistan country. He speaks about separatism openly on the streets of Punjab. That's him there. We'll play out that report at some point today. The entire report that Republic TV filed, the only channel to speak to him in that great detail. And he even said on the Republic TV cameras that there is a need for people to pick up weapons in Punjab.
See, the Kashmiri Pandits are taking a barefoot march to tell the government that what their situation is here in Jammu and Kashmir due to the targeted killings that are taking place. You are staging protest for a long today. What is the message you want to give by holding a protest on Constitution Day?
This protest is symbolic in itself that we have carried this march for life on the day of Constitution. We are invoking the Constitution of India and are trying to question LG administration, who has given you the rights to stop salaries of these hapless Kashmiri Pandit employees who are protesting for the past 200 days, asking for life. Why this apathy with this community?
So, what you want to appeal to the government, because we have seen that there have been number of times you have held protests.
Today I want to question the LG administration, the government of India. You have healing touch policies for separatist elements. You have healing touch policies for stone pelters. And what do you have for this community? You are crushing, persecuting this community. This community is being persecuted at the hands of terrorists and at the hands of administration.
So these are the Kashmiri Pandits holding protest here. There are some other females also who are holding protest. Madam, what are your demands? So we have seen that it's been around 200 days that you are on the protest.
Sir, we want only safeguards of our life. We don't want anything beyond this. We don't want accommodations. We don't want anything. We want our life to be safe. Nothing else. We are here. This is a traumatic situation for us. Since 6 months, we are protesting. We are protesting like anything. We are barefooted right now. What is this government? What kind of government is this? They are not listening to us. They are not listening to us. They are not giving any heed to us.
Now to this exclusive report from Kerala, where the government, that is the left government in Kerala, said in 2019 at the height of the CAA NRC debate, they ruled out that any detention centre would be built on the soil of Kerala. The Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan even said on the floor of the assembly that his state and his government would not construct a detention centre. But it appears now that the first detention centre is already up and running. My colleague Ashwin filed this report.
Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has directed the Social Justice Department to set up this detention center. This is the very first one located at Kottayam in Kollam district in Kerala. At the moment, there are 4 detainees over here. 3 of them are Nigerian nationals and 1 is an El Salvador national. All of them have been committed certain crimes, or some their visas are also expired. Now, interestingly, the first detention center that has come in the state of Kerala has come just 2 years after Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan had stated that there will never be any kind of detention centers. But however, today, complying to the central government's order and in accordance with the directive given by the Kerala High Court, finally a detention center has come in Kerala. Now, what needs to be seen is whether the government will also set up similar detention centers across various districts of Kerala as per the centre's directive. With video journalist Mani S. from Kollam, Ashwin Nandakumar, Republic TV.
Around 2611, the tribute from Mumbai to the heroes and those who were martyred in 2611. There was a tribute that was paid this morning. She's the governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan. She spoke to Republic TV editor-in-chief Arnab Goswami. Now, a few days back, she made allegations of her phones being tapped, and she's fighting the Telangana government, the KCR government, on several issues. This is a no-holds-barred interview. It's playing out at 6 p.m. Here's an excerpt of that interview and the charges she makes.
Dr. Soundararajan, you've been in the news. People say governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
This is some incidents are happening, and it is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state, and it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state which I am heading. So it is my duty to convey, but I have not crossed my limits, and I convey as a citizen to the first citizen to the people of the citizens.
No, you said that your phone is being tapped, and on 9th November you said that you allege that your phone lines are being illegally tapped by the TRS government. What prompted you to make this allegation, and why do you think your phones are being tapped?
Actually, there was, that poaching problem was there, that it was conveyed to the people. The official Twitter handle of the TRS, one of the official handles, he is the spokesperson, and he is the chairperson of the mining department in Telangana, and he tweets and retweets a message saying that Raj Bhavan, particularly Tushar, is involved in this problem. But why I got that doubt means Tushar was my former ADC, and he was talking with me for 2 or 3 days, and that tweet said within hours or within 1 day we will expose the involvement of Raj Bhavan in this, particularly Tushar. Then why they mentioned Tushar's name Particularly Tushar, my former ADC, was talking to me to get my wishes for Deepavali. So this prompted me to doubt that my phone, somebody overheard my phone or somebody tapped my phone. Because of this, I had that doubt.
In the latest Indian university rankings announced by QS, the world's leading university rankings organization, India's #1 ranked universities in various categories are IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, University of Delhi, University of Calcutta, and Amity University.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of
आप सभी को और सभी देशवासियों को संविधान दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। 1949 में ये आज का ही दिन था जब स्वतंत्र भारत ने अपने लिए एक नई भविष्य की नींव डाली थी। इस बार का संविधान दिवस इसलिए भी विशेष है क्योंकि भारत ने अपनी आजादी के 75 वर्ष पूरे किए हैं। हम सभी अमृत महोत्सव मना रहे हैं। मैं आधुनिक भारत का सपना देखने वाले बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर समेत संविधान सभा के सभी सदस्यों को, सभी संविधान निर्माताओं को आदरपूर्वक नमन करता हूं।
मीडिया सर्कल्स में बातचीत चल रही है आम आदमी पार्टी को लेकर, क्या आम आदमी पार्टी एक फैक्टर है इस बार?
इंडिया में जरूर है। गुजरात में जब मैं 50% से ज्यादा मत प्राप्त कर रहा हूं तब वोट कितना और कहां बढ़ता है इसके कोई मायने नहीं रहते। भारतीय जनता पार्टी इस बार 50% से ज्यादा वोट प्राप्त करने जा रही है।
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the international forum.
These are pictures coming in from Pune, where veteran film, television and stage actor Vikram Gokhale passed away earlier today at a city-based hospital where he had been undergoing treatment for the last couple of weeks. And there was a statement that came in earlier that the actor passed away this afternoon at the age of 77. He was admitted to the Dinanath Mangeshkar Hospital in Pune earlier this month following health complications. His mortal remains will be kept at the Bal Gandharva Auditorium in Pune, and the last rites will be performed at the Vaikunth Crematorium this evening. Vikram Gokhale is an artist equally at home in theatre, television, movies, acted in several Marathi and Bollywood movies, including the Amitabh Bachchan starrer Agnipath in 1990, movies like Bhool Bhulaiya in 2007, Nat Samrat in 2015, Mission Mangal in 2019. His last and the latest release was a Marathi film called Godavari. Those are pictures of family, friends, well-wishers, fans paying tribute to Vikram Gokhale. In fact, he's been undergoing treatment there for the last few months. And the family said that he passed away earlier today at the Pune hospital. And these are pictures now coming in from Pune as the people there pay their last respects to the late actor.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the international forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police.
Lieutenant General Sahir Shamshad Mirza will now be the chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, and Lieutenant General Asim Munir will be Chief of Army Staff of the Pakistan Army. President Arif Alvi has just approved this. But ladies and gentlemen, does the Pakistani version of the Game of Thrones end here? Many people think it will. They think that there is a new chief in town and things will settle down. But my whatever little reading of Pakistan I've done tells me that this is the beginning. Hi, I'm Major Gauravadi and you're watching Checkmate. So ladies and gentlemen, after almost 6 to 7 months of Kaun Banega Army Chief, things have been decided and President Arif Alvi has signed on the dotted line saying that Lieutenant General Asim Munir will be Chief of Army Staff of the Pakistan Army. Now, this has a history and today I'm going to tell you about the history, why it was so important for General Bajwa to get General Asim Munir on that chair and why it was so important for Imran Khan to get General Faiz Hamid on the chair of the Army Chief. Well, it so happens that General Asim Munir is an old soldier, a professional soldier, a very respected soldier. And he has the unique distinction of being Director General Military Intelligence and also head of the ISI, that is Director General Inter-Services Intelligence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the thing is that he had a wonderful tenure as DGMI, but when he became DGISI, that was the time when he had access to a lot of so-called civilian intelligence. And this is the time when General Munir, who will take over as the Army Chief of Pakistan on 29th of May, he went to Imran Khan Niazi and he said, I have proof. Mr. Khan, I have proof that your wife, Bushra Bibi, is corrupt. And through various channels, including a lady called Faragogi, the same person who sold those watches in Dubai, the bejeweled pen given by Mohammed bin Salman and other things, this lady is helping your wife steal billions of rupees of money. He showed Imran Khan the proof. He showed Imran Khan why his wife was corrupt. And it was there in black and white. At that time, Imran Khan was the ladla of the establishment. You know, Imran Khan had been groomed for such a long time. And initially by Lieutenant General Hamid Gul, the father of terrorism in Kashmir, and some say even the father of the Taliban. This man nurtured Imran Khan. And there were other people also, Shuja Pasha, Chief of the ISI, and so many others, who actually groomed Imran Khan as a counterweight to Nawaz Sharif. Now, Nawaz Sharif was declared naahil, which means he was incompetent, he was not Sadiq or Amin, he was not honest and one who could be trusted. So he was put in jail and later on he had medical issues and today he's in London. They see he's got a diplomatic passport and he's coming back. And that is when the real Game of Thrones of Pakistan will start. But coming back to my original point, General Munir at that point in time as DGISI went to Imran Khan, he said, your wife is stealing money. And your wife is stealing money at a phenomenal level. It seems that Imran Khan's wife, Bushra Bibi, was actually taking money for transfers. She was accepting money from bureaucrats and policemen for transfers. And there were some insinuations about land deals. And she was minting money like there was no tomorrow. Imran Khan, they say, turned red in the face. He did not want to hear quote-unquote nonsense against his wife. He forced General Bajwa to sack General Asim Munir. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time in the history of Pakistan that an ISI chief was sent home because the Prime Minister did not like him. Imran Khan is a self-proclaimed honest man. He wants to create Riyasat-e-Madina. But the fact of the matter is Imran Khan is corrupt. He hasn't got to the Nawaz Sharif and the Zardari levels yet. But Imran Khan is corrupt and so is his wife. And this is exactly what, the new army chief told Imran Khan. That, sir, your wife is stealing money. Imran Khan had him shunted out. And as I said before, this had to be done because the establishment or the Pakistan army needed Imran Khan. They had groomed him for decades. They couldn't just let him go. He could not be defied in public because he was their asset. General Mirza was sent to command a corps, and from there he went out. There was no talk heard about him because he speaks less. That is the reputation of the new army chief. He speaks very little. He's a professional, he's a soldier's soldier. This is what my Pakistani friends tell me. Today that man, in a few days, will take over as chief of the army staff of the Pakistan army. And nobody would be more petrified than Imran Khan. They say that the Pakistani military establishment has long memories. And General Asim Munir is not likely to forget the humiliation heaped upon him by Imran Khan. Now let's keep the story aside for a while and let me take you elsewhere. In his press conference, General Bajwa said that, he said many things, and he said the politicians should have the same catharsis that the army is having right now. There should be a rethinking about how politics in the country is going. And he also said that, the Pakistani army is not going to interfere in politics any longer. Now, this surprises me a lot because, obviously, General Bajwa was the one who got Nawaz Sharif sacked. He was the one who got Imran Khan installed on the seat of the Prime Minister, which is why Imran Khan was always known as the selected Prime Minister. It was he who got Imran Khan bummed off, or thrown out for that matter, and it was he who got Shehbaz Sharif on the seat again. For a person who has done all this in the past 6 years, towards the fag end of his career, to say that I have become neutral, I have become apolitical, and the army will no longer interfere in politics, is something that is indigestible. I don't understand how this works. He should have said it right at the beginning when he was appointed army chief. He did not. He took part in every single political maneuver. And today, as they say in Pakistan, suddenly overnight, General Bajwa has become Allah Wala. Now he says that my heart belongs to God. It belongs to Allah. He has found religion. The army will not interfere in politics. Let's make Pakistan a strong democracy. This by a man who sent home 2.5 governments. Now, he also said in his speech, and I'm talking about General Bajwa here, that the 1971 defeat was not a military defeat. He said it was a political defeat. The fact of the matter is, there were no politicians at that point in time. Who was the president of Pakistan? Who was the one controlling the levers of power? It was General Yahya Khan. General Yahya Khan, a military man, was the president of Pakistan. And before that, the years leading to 1971, after the 1965 war, it was General Ayub Khan. So, you've had these string of military dictators in Pakistan and their shenanigans, which led to the fall of Dhaka and the very shameful surrender at Dhaka. And what actually happened? What happened was this. Yahya Khan was a womanizer, he was a drunkard, and he was too busy in his own personal life to take care of his soldiers and to actually speak to commanders in the field and figure out what was happening. They say that when Dhaka was falling and the Indian forces were just a few kilometers outside of Dhaka, his office was getting frantic messages from East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. Please tell the president, ask him, what should we do? Our formations are falling, the Indian army is advancing rapidly. What should we do? This man, General Yahya Khan, was locked in his room for 3 days and nobody dared disturb him. And Dhaka fell. It is not that the Pakistani army would not have lost had he opened the doors of that room. But the fact of the matter remains, this is the so-called professional Pakistan army. They say that the Pakistani army has not won any wars against India and has not lost any wars against his own citizens. Nothing could be truer. And the third thing that General Bajwa said was, India does massive human rights violations. We don't. And yet the world accuses us of human rights violations. He meant to say that the media supported India and the media did not support Pakistan. The truth is that the Indian army is a moral army. Yes, we have made mistakes. Yes, we certainly have made mistakes. But the fact of the matter is, we have always owned up to those mistakes. We have punished the people responsible for making mistakes. If there have been human rights violations, there are Indian Army personnel in jail. And they have been handed down long sentences. We do not allow such people in our army. And of course, there are bad apples everywhere. But I would challenge General Munir, the new army chief, to tell me the name of one Pakistan army officer who's been punished for human rights violations in Balochistan or in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. You know, the Pakistan army has carried out Zarb-e-Azb, Raddul Fasad, and so many anti-terrorist operations. They've killed thousands of people. They've flown F-16 fighter jets over their own territory, bombed their own villages, killed their own people. There are thousands upon thousands of Pakistanis who are identified as only disappeared. This is the term that is used. They're just not there. Their families don't know whether they are alive or dead. They've just disappeared. And this is how the Pakistani army operates. But no media house will go to Balochistan and report live from there. In India, it's a very common sight. You have Kashmiri Pandits coming and accusing the government, accusing the Indian army of wrongs, real or imagined. But India is a democracy and nobody says anything to them. Nothing happens to them. No action is taken, obviously, because we respect freedom of speech. Wrong or right is a separate matter altogether. But that is for the courts to decide. There is no army unit picking up journalists in Kashmir. There are no disappeared journalists in Kashmir. But that is the norm in Balochistan. That is the norm in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where entire villages have been wiped out in anti-terror operations. This is something that General Bajwa should know. Imran Khan for the next 5 years cannot fight an election and cannot hold public office. He's been barred. He was hoping that a person of his choice would become army chief, so all this will go away. Now certainly with General Munir in the chair, this is not going to go away. It's going nowhere. So where does that leave Imran Khan? Imran Khan may try his jalsas on the 26th of November as he promised. It won't amount to much.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police. On the occasion of 26/11 attacks in Mumbai, Ministry of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media stating that terrorism threatened humanity and
Now coming back to the latest development, the Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee Chairman Sahir Shamshad Mirza, and also Asim Munir, the new Chief of Army Staff. You know, there's this -1 formula that people were talking about. -1 formula. What is this -1 formula? It is the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf minus Imran Khan. This is something that my Pakistani friends have started speaking about again. Imran Khan for the next 5 years cannot fight an election and cannot hold public office. He's been barred. He was hoping that a person of his choice would become army chief, so all this will go away. Now certainly with General Munir in the chair, this is not going to go away. It's going nowhere. So where does that leave Imran Khan? Imran Khan may try his jalsas on the 26th of November as he promised. It won't amount to much. People who were absolutely with Imran Khan have suddenly gone quiet as soon as the president of Pakistan, Arif Alvi, signed on that letter confirming General Mirza and General Munir to their respective positions, especially General Munir, Chief of Army Staff. Now those very people who were saying Jeeve Jeeve Imran, who were saying we'll die for Imran Khan, suddenly they don't know what to do. Pakistan has gone quiet. I don't know what Imran Khan will do, but one thing is for certain. The establishment of Pakistan has decided that Imran Khan is both a liability and a tragedy. He is the Frankenstein monster that they created but could not control. Imran Khan went out of control. He upset and damaged General Bajwa, and he upset and damaged the new chief, General Munir. This is Imran Khan's gift to the Pakistan Army. And the fact of the matter is, his favorite, General Faiz Hamid, is nowhere in the reckoning, and General Faiz Hamid will retire. This chief will make sure that General Faiz Hamid retires and walks away into the sunset. Now, where does that leave Imran Khan actually? What are his options? Let's discuss this for a minute. I don't think Imran Khan has very many options left. And even while my friends who are die-hard Imran Khan supporters were saying that, you know, Khan Saab will give a surprise and Khan Saab will do this and that, I don't think Khan Saab is doing anything now. He has no surprises left. He was banking upon the fact that President Arif Alvi would not sign, and he would say, I refuse to accept General Mirza as the army chief. I refuse to accept. Because after all, Arif Alvi is part of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, and his chairman is Imran Khan. Well, Imran Khan is no longer the chairman because Imran Khan cannot be the chairman of a political party or hold public office. But his boss, for all practical purposes, his political boss is Imran Khan. And Imran Khan was hoping. He was hoping against hope that Arif Alvi would say, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to sign on this letter, come what may. And it will lead to another political confrontation. In fact, Arif Alvi went to Imran Khan's house in Zaman Park, Lahore. And Imran Khan told him there, don't sign. Arif Alvi came back after meeting Imran Khan and signed on the dotted line. Like they say in Hindi, hawa nikal gayi. The air has been punched out of Imran Khan's lungs. And what does the future hold for Imran Khan? Today Imran Khan is 70 plus. He's not going to be able to contest the 2023 August elections. And by the time that 5-year term is over, of the government that is sworn in August/September 2023, Imran Khan would be more than 77 or 76 years old. There won't be much fight left in the Khan. 5 years in the wilderness, political wilderness, is a little too much for any politician. And after all, how many times are the masses going to come on the road? How many times are those people going to come on the road? And who are these free floaters who have stuck with Imran Khan? Where are they? They suddenly seem to have lost their voice. Where are those people who so vociferously supported Imran Khan? What about Fawad Chaudhry, who was willing to die for Imran Khan, and who called upon people to take revenge, you know, when Imran Khan was attacked in Wazirabad, Gujranwala? This man went on top of a truck, a container, and he said, Badla lenge, we'll take revenge. And he exhorted people to take revenge. Where is he? You know, where is Sheikh Rashid? That pav kilo ke bum, jo sirf Hinduon ko marte hain. Chaudhry Parvez Elahi of the Kaf League, quiet. These people are created by the establishment. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, it's funny and maybe a little emotional, but finally the Pakistan Army can start healing. There was a faction within the Pakistan Army that was against General Bajwa, because that faction had hope. And that faction had hope. There were a few corps commanders and other senior people, a group of veterans, senior veterans, who had hope that maybe General Faiz Hamid will become Chief of Army Staff and they will go Imran Khan's way. But with all hope being lost for Faiz Hamid, even that faction is going to again rejoin the mainstream. A lot of people in India were asking me and have been asking me for a long time that, they were saying that, Major, how can Imran Khan defy the establishment? How can he defy the Pakistan army? Because the Pakistani army is known for being extremely brutal on its politicians if they defy the Pakistan army. Who has allowed Imran Khan to get away with all this? There are two reasons primarily. Number one, Imran Khan was a creation or is a creation of the Pakistan army. And to publicly admit that the creation had failed or was a spurious piece of equipment is something that the Pakistani army was not willing to admit. And secondly, as I mentioned before, a few corps commanders, powerful corps commanders and senior veterans were supporting Imran Khan. This is why nobody touched Imran Khan. But that very critical support of the army will now go. In a matter of days, people will come, they will meet the new chief, they'll call on the new chief, and they will swear loyalty to the new chief. I think for the while it's going to be curtains for Imran Khan. Not permanently, but at least for a while. Imran Khan is going to lie low. After a week or so, there'll be some noise initially, but then he'll lie low. But hey, this is Pakistan we're talking about. And only one thing is certain, that we cannot be certain. Another thing happened in India which, Pakistanis tried to take advantage of, and very unfortunate. Indian actress Richa Chadha, she made a comment about Galwan. There was one Twitter handle which said that General Dwivedi, the Northern Army commander or General Officer Commanding in Chief of the Northern Army, he said that we will take over Pakistan and we'll do this. It was not the message that General Dwivedi gave, but this Twitter handle, turned it upside down to make it more spicy. And Richa Chadha reacted on that. She insulted the Indian Army and she wanted to ask, what about Galwan? Look, here is a tweet. There was a wave of condemnation from the film industry, from civil society, from the political parties, and she very hastily withdrew her tweet. She tendered an apology with a sob story which said that, my grandfather was in the army, he was shot in the 62 war with the Chinese, and then my maternal uncle was in the army, etc., etc., and the army is in my blood, and, the usual victim card, throwing sob storytelling script. Now, the problem with people like Richa Chadha is that they want to seek fame. And the Indian army has traditionally been a low-hanging fruit for such people. You call the army chief Sadak Ka Gunda and there is no response. You call the surgical strikes, and there is no response. You can say that in the Balakot airstrikes, just a few trees were felled and maybe a couple of crows died and there is no response. You can say anything against the army. Anything. All of it lies and the army will not respond because that is the nature of the institution. And this many people have taken as a shortcut to fame. I haven't seen any big stars talking like this. They're successful people. They don't need this kind of publicity. I have not seen the Khans, the Kapoors or Akshay Kumar or anybody else, making such comments. I have not seen the top heroines of the day making such comments. But some people will do it. Some people who feel that their career is sinking in a desperate grab for attention, for publicity, will make such a comment because they know that media will pick it up. They know media will pick it up. Honest to God, I did not know who Richa Chadha was. I may have seen a movie starring her, but I did not know that this person with this face is Richa Chadha. Today, everybody in India knows who Richa Chadha is. And as they say, there is nothing called bad publicity. All publicity is good publicity. And this is exactly what Richa Chadha wanted. She wanted publicity, period. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching Checkmate. I'll catch you again next week. Till then, have a great weekend.
झाके रे झाके झरोखे से झाके हैरत से आंखें अपनी सी दुनिया नई रंगी लागे ख्यालों की खिड़की से मन कूदे भागे झांके रे झांके झरोके से झांके देख के दंग है छोटे बड़े सारे झांके रे झांके चल कोई ताके तरक्की को टुक टुक हर कोई ताके झांके रे झांके
Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police. On the occasion of 26/11 attacks in Mumbai, Ministry of External Affairs Dr. S. Jaishankar took to social media stating that terrorism threatened humanity and that the planners and overseers of the attack being brought to justice was something owed to the victims of terror.
Governors should not be in the news. They should avoid the headlines, but you've been literally grabbing the headlines recently. Why is that?
It is my duty to convey that to the people of the country and to the people of the state. And it is not grabbing the headlines. It is informing the people what all the atrocities which are happening in the state.
Delhi police there along with the local Vasai police right now at the Bhayandar Creek area trying to look for Shraddha's phone. The Delhi police have been told that after threw his phone here.
3 persons have been arrested in Ahmedabad for flying a drone near Prime Minister's rally venue in election-bound Gujarat's Bavla village. Fire broke out last night in Chandni Chowk's Bhagirat Palace Market and no casualties have been reported, but major part of the building was damaged in the Bhagirat.
"14 years since Pakistan terrorists attacked Mumbai, the masterminds are still alive and protected." Never forgive, never forget. Prime Minister Modi says fight against terror and terror havens continues. Third Tihar tape is out. Jail superintendent met Jail Minister Satyendra Jain. Why was he doing that? Biggest election controversy in Gujarat. Congress campaigner and former Chief Minister Shankar Singh Waghela says Ram doesn't need a mandir. Storm over Republic. Amritpal Singh reports CM ducks. Ministers evade. Opposition in Punjab goes to the governor and on law and order. PSLV C-54 successfully places Earth observation satellite into orbit, another big milestone for ISRO. Well, in fact, these are the latest images of the mega BJP campaign in Himmat Nagar. This is in Gujarat, where the campaigning is in full swing. Remember, after Home Minister Amit Shah, BJP President JP Nadda too is now carrying out that roadshow in Himmat Nagar. Priyanka, just to get a sense of the area from where JP Nadda is currently campaigning, the significance of this very place where the roadshow is underway.
Well, absolutely, Shravan, we are seeing that JP Nadda is carrying out that roadshow in Himmat Nagar, that is in the north part of Gujarat, in Sabarkantha district, in fact, which is a very important place for the BJP, and which is why we see that the BJP is campaigning in full swing. That is the place where we are seeing that most of the Thakur agitation had also happened, and Alpesh Thakur's seat also is nearby, and we see that some of the strong contenders of that community are also contesting from this particular district there in Sabarkantha and in Himmat Nagar as well. And there is a lot of prediction as far as the BJP is also concerned, internally doing their own surveys, who think that they have some kind of difficulty, some kind of a tough fight from the opposition, then be it the Congress or the Aam Aadmi Party in the north part of Gujarat, which is why we see that the big faces of the BJP, that is, then be it JP Nadda or the Prime Minister or the Home Minister Amit Shah as well, have been making rounds in the north part of the state as well. And we see that JP Nadda today had been earlier there in Gandhinagar, where it is a significant day, Shravan, as well for the BJP's campaign, since today the BJP had released their manifesto, and they had made several promises in the manifesto as well. And of course, this time we are seeing one of the most controversial points of the UCC that have also been included in the manifesto, where they have stated that they want to implement the UCC in the entire state, and that is the kind of goal that they're setting for themselves in this coming term if they make the government, which it seems as though on the ground the BJP is in full swing campaigning, and it seems that there are a lot of followers of the BJP there on the ground in those rallies, because the number of people that have been gathering in these road shows, or then be it of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in south of Gujarat near Valsad, where we had seen just a few days ago, where he had also carried out massive rallies in Valsad and nearby districts as well. And also he is planning on coming to Surat once again tomorrow, which is of course once again another tough fight for the BJP that is being predicted by the opposition, since the Aam Aadmi Party had gotten their foot in the door to Gujarat politics via the municipality polls that had gone on in 2021. And since then, we have seen that the BJP has pushed some of their big faces there in Surat, including Harsh Sanghvi and, of course, C.R. Patil, who hails from Surat itself. And the Chief Minister as well had been making several rounds in Surat. And, of course, we are seeing that the Prime Minister is expected to be arriving in Surat in perhaps 24 to 48 hours as well. There as well, the Prime Minister will be carrying out road shows, and that is the entire agenda of the campaign for the BJP in the last few days of the election campaigning, Shaban, that we are seeing on the ground, that the campaigning, in fact, ramping up for the BJP, hitting their crescendo. Of course, these are the constituencies that are going into elections in the first phase of elections on 1st of December. And of course, campaigning will be continuing in the second phases of in the constituencies that are going into polls in the second phase of elections. That's on 5th of December as well. But as of now, we are seeing, at least in north of Gujarat, where JP Nadda is in fact carrying out that massive road show, also telling us how the ground level cadre of the party, that is the Bharatiya Janata Party, is also at play, is at work. And we have seen that several big leaders that had been taking meetings with the ground level cadre, motivating them to carry out the booth level work that is required from a cadre to carry out during the time of elections for campaigning. And we had seen that the Home Minister himself had been taking several visits in the late night at these booth level workers, at these booths as well, and speaking to these booth level workers, motivating them and speaking to them about how this time the BJP is going to be breaking all records of the of the former Chief Minister of Gujarat, Narendra Modi. And that is the kind of agenda that the BJP has set. That is the kind of narrative that the BJP has also set by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself, who had stated that this time he had appealed, in fact, to the ground level cadre of the BJP that this time Bhupendra Patel should break all records of Narendra Modi. And that is the kind of agenda that has been set, and that is the kind of goal setting that we see for the ground level cadre of the BJP. And of course, we are tracking as far as the campaigning is going. And as of now, we see that JP Nadda himself also making rounds and carrying out these road shows, meeting with the ground level cadres there in Himatnagar.
But just a quick question before I let you go, Priyanka, with regards to the last few days before the first phase of polling actually takes place, a blitzkrieg by BJP, quintessential to their style of election campaigning. Just a quick roundup of what we know so far. The Prime Minister, I'm given to understand, will be making that last push, and the importance of phase one because of the areas that it covers, because well, there are a large number of strongholds of the BJP, but there are also several swing seats.
Oh, absolutely, Shravan. I think you've said this all very well when it comes to the kind of first phase of constituencies that are going into polls on 1st of December, because very important to note that very important district, as I mentioned earlier as well, for the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party and of course the Congress as well, is Surat, where we will be seeing a tough fight that the Aam Aadmi Party predicts that they're going to give to the BJP, because they have been saying that the big faces of the Aam Aadmi Party, then be it Gopal Italia, Alpesh Kathiria or Manoj Surathia, all of these leaders in fact have been the faces of the Patidar agitation during the 2015 Patidar agitation, and post which in 2017 as well they had campaigned for the Hardik Patel recommended candidates in Surat as well, and that had also given a tough fight to the BJP in 2017. And Aam Aadmi Party also then predicts that these are the same people, and that is why they have the same kind of following on the ground, and that their cadre will be giving them that push that is required for the Aam Aadmi Party to at least open their account in the Gujarat politics as well, and getting into the one of the at least 182 constituencies and 182 seats in the Legislative Assembly as well. So all of that is something that is being considered by the Aam Aadmi Party when it comes to Surat as well. And that is what we will see tomorrow when the Prime Minister will be arriving, and we will be seeing massive campaigning and blitzkrieg, as you very rightly put, by the BJP on the ground.
Thank you very much, Priyanka. We'll be tracking all the developments in the poll-bound state of Gujarat very closely. Well, it's the biggest election controversy from Gujarat. Republic's exclusive interview with Congress campaigner Shankar Singh Vaghela creates political storm, with BJP now hitting out at a Ram Mandir comment. BJP accused Congress of appeasement politics and said that Congress is selective Hindu. Listen to what Shankar Singh Vaghela had to tell my colleague Priyanka.
controversies have erupted over the Gujarat elections and the kind of statements and counter statements that have come to light. कई सारे बयानबाजी हुई है और उन्हीं के बीच हम बात कर रहे हैं शंकर सिंह वाघेला, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री गुजरात के रह चुके हैं, बड़े नेता है, यहाँ पे ऑपोजिशन के लिए अब कैंपेन कर रहे हैं। उन्हीं से बात करते हैं। सर, मैं आपसे काफी सारी चीजों पे बात करना चाहती हूँ, पर शुरुआत में आपके कुछ ही घंटों पहले आपने एक बहुत ही विवादित बयान दिया था राम मंदिर के ऊपर। हमने देखा कुछ ही घंटों पहले राम मंदिर की तस्वीरें आई थी, नई तस्वीरें आई है, पहली तस्वीरें आई है, अब भव्य मंदिर बनने जा रहा है। उसके ऊपर अब आपने राजनीति भी की है और उसके ऊपर आपने कहा है कि बीजेपी इसकी खाली मार्केटिंग कर रही है और राम मंदिर एक्चुअली एक मुद्दा नहीं है।
देखिए, जब राम मंदिर का फाउंडेशन लेइंग स्टोन जो हुआ, इसमें कहीं रामलला की छोटी भी मूर्ति आपने देखी और किसकी मूर्ति देखी? तो भगवान राम का उपयोग आप राजनीति के लिए मत करिए। ठीक है, रामायण हुआ, महाभारत हुआ, कृष्ण राम इनका, लेकिन राम मंदिर लोगों की श्रद्धा आस्था होती है। ये मंदिर नहीं था और अभी बना रहा है या बनेगा, तब भी मेरे लिए मेरे पेट में जो पेटूराम मेरा है उसमें रोटी मिलेगी, मेरे बच्चे को नौकरी मिलेगी, मेरी माताजी बीमार है उनको अच्छी है मेडिकल चेकअप की मतलब सुविधा मिलेगी, देश में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की शांति होगी। ये जो मामला है ये कोई देखता नहीं है। राम मंदिर ठीक है, कल नहीं था और है, व्हाट इज मेक डिफरेंस? आप बनाइए ना, बनाओ 5000 फुट ऊपर बनाइए। आप बिल्कुल सोने।
बापू, आप ऐसा कैसे कह सकते हैं कि डजंट मेक अ डिफरेंस? क्योंकि कई लोगों की आस्था की बात है, आपने खुद ने कहा, और आप खुद उस रथ यात्रा पे भी निकले थे राम मंदिर की बनाने के लिए, तो अब आप इस पे राजनीति क्यों कर रहे हैं जबकि ये बनने आ रहा है?
देखिए, राजनीति जो आपने बताया ना, यात्रा, वो भी पॉलिटिकल यात्रा थी, लेकिन पॉलिटिकल यात्रा राम मंदिर हम बनाएंगे उसके लिए पॉलिटिकल यात्रा थी, लोगों को पोलराइज करने के लिए, अपने साइड में लेने के लिए। मंदिर बनाने में मंदिर का मार्केटिंग करना और मंदिर में जो है उसमें खुद का रखना, भगवान राम का फोटो नहीं, खुद का फोटो, खुद का मार्केटिंग, खुद की वीडियोग्राफी, मैं इसके खिलाफ।
और खुद की वीडियोग्राफी कौन कर रहा है? वो तो मंदिर की ही बात कर रहे हैं ना। इसमें आप खुद बोल रहे हैं कि पहले पॉलिटिक्स हो रही थी, तो क्या अब भी आप पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं?
मंदिर था नहीं था, पहले भी मतलब था, अब अम्बा जी का मंदिर है, पहले भी ये अलग। देखिए, मंदिर का सवाल है, अलग पर्सनल मैटर है, धर्म मेरी खुद की आस्था का सवाल है, वो पॉलिटिकल इश्यू नहीं है। मैं हिंदू हूँ, मैं मुसलमान हूँ, जैसे स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय है, स्वामीनारायण संप्रदाय पांचवा संप्रदाय है, वो कोई माने न माने अलग बात है, लेकिन ये धर्म का मार्केटिंग लोगों को बेवकूफ़ बनाने के लिए, लोगों के साथ धोखाधड़ी, भगवान राम के साथ अपना फोटो मिलाना, गांधी जी के साथ फोटो मिलाना, विवेकानंद के साथ फोटो मिलाना, सरदार साहब के साथ फोटो, ये जो है लोग साइकोलॉजी पब्लिक की, इसमें समथिंग एल्स की बू आती है हमको, इनकी राजनीति की, मार्केटिंग की।
पर बापू, मैं आपके कई सारे इंटरव्यू कर चुकी हूँ। जब राम मंदिर की घोषणा हुई थी तब भी आपने कहा था कि ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है जो हो रही है, पहले भी आपने कहा था, आपने खुद याद दिलाया था कि आप भी उस रथ यात्रा पे गए थे, तो अब क्या ये गुजरात इलेक्शंस को याद में रखते हुए आपने अपना फ्लिप फ्लॉप बयान चेंज किया?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं तो जब कोई राम मंदिर का जिक्र मैंने तो नहीं शुरू किया, उन्होंने कहा राम मंदिर बन रहा, बनने दीजिए ना, क्या आप क्यों मार्केटिंग करते हैं? बनने का तो लोगों को मालूम नहीं पड़ेगा क्या? लेकिन हम राम वाले हैं, बाकी रहीम वाले हैं। ये जो पोलराइज करना है लोगों को, आप हिंदू है वो याद करवाना और आपको ही हमको वोट देना है, हम ही राम वाले हैं, बाकी कोई राम वाला नहीं है, ये जो मेंटालिटी है, मैं इसका विरोध करता हूँ।
Shankar Singh Gokhale is forgetting one thing, that when he was part of the BJP, and at that time it was made part of the manifesto, BJP agenda, that we will ensure that a beautiful Ram temple should be constructed there, a marvelous Ram temple should be constructed there. But now, because of his DNA, he has changed his DNA, so he's speaking whatever is being tutored to him, whatever is being told to him. I mean, Congress party has been ongoingly against Ram temple or against even Ram as such. I mean, they filed an affidavit in the court. Sonia Gandhi let UPA filed an affidavit in court saying that Ram doesn't exist. So, and also that it was Kapil Sibal, the then Congress leader, he opposed construction of Ram temple. So what do you expect from Shankar Singh Gokhale, a turncoat whose DNA has also been turned now?
So, but do you think these kind of politics, doing all of this just around the corner when Gujarat elections are there, do you call this appeasement?
Well, it's not going to help them there also, because even Muslims, if they're trying to appease Muslims also vote for development. Development is an agenda that ensuring that every person, every individual who needs should get a health insurance, a 5 lakh health insurance, Ayushman Bharat, or should get a roof on his head, or should get a gas connection. So people are voting for development as an agenda, but yes, ensuring that we don't lose on our heritage. We don't lose on our our gods and goddesses. So, but as Congress is, they keep questioning the culture of the India, the heritage of the India, and they keep questioning Ram again and again.
ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण बात है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी की विचारधारा हमेशा रोम मानसिकता की रही है। रोम मानसिकता का मतलब है विभाजनकारी तुष्टीकरण की नीति, और इसीलिए राम और राम मानसिकता और राम नीति से उन्हें हमेशा ऐतराज़ रहा है। इसीलिए राम जी का अस्तित्व नहीं, राम जी टेंट में रहे, राम जी को मंदिर की आवश्यकता नहीं, मंदिर को लटकाना अटकाना भटकाना, राम मंदिर का विरोध करना, मंदिर के भूमि पूजन का काले कपड़े पहनकर कांग्रेस ने विरोध किया है। और इसी श्रृंखला में आपने देखा होगा जो लगातार बयान वोट बैंक को साधने के लिए दिए जा रहे हैं कि कृष्ण जी का संदेश गीता वो जिहाद की तरह है, हिंदू बुरा होता है। इसी श्रृंखला में तुष्टीकरण का सबसे बड़ा बनना है भाईजान, इसलिए हिंदुओं का करो अपमान, और इसीलिए ये बयान।
Well, Chief, we focus with the other story that we have been tracking very closely over the last few days is with regards to the Mangaluru blast. The fact that there was a fake Hindu narrative that was essentially being spun, and the fact that temples were being targeted is now being probed by the National Investigation Agency. But the other aspect that's emerging is how exactly, once again, has Zakir Naik influenced the bombers. Zakir Naik, in fact, had tweeted about a suicide bombing an hour after the Mangaluru auto rickshaw blast. Early Republic got you how the bomber Sharik was inspired by Zakir Naik and jihadi ideology, and now this new piece of information raises questions on whether there is any Zakir Naik connection to the Mangaluru terror plot. Enough indications now basically coming up that Zakir Naik had considerable influence over Sharik. The fact that there was a certain literature that he was basically referring to finds a clear mention of Zakir Naik. And now, is it just pure coincidence that 4:29 in the evening the blast takes place, and around 6:13 in the evening Zakir Naik makes a tweet, and that tweet is pertaining to suicide bombing? Is there any connection to it? Now, what's important to point out is that not for the first time has Zakir Naik's name emerged during the investigation of a terror probe. First it was the Dhaka blast, then it was the Easter bombings in Sri Lanka, and now it turns out that there could perhaps be some sort of a link with the Mangaluru blast. A quick recap of what we know so far as the investigation that was first carried out by the Mangaluru police, and thereafter the National Investigation Agency taking up the matter. Before I get into the details of it, let me also bring in former DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, Dr. SP Vaid. Mr. Vaid, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. One perhaps cannot really wish away the fact that Zakir Naik does actually play an important role in at least radicalizing youth. And this is exactly what is emerging even from the investigation that's being carried out in the Mangaluru blast. First it was the Dhaka blast, then the Easter bombing blast, and now in Mangaluru too, it does appear that Zakir Naik may have played a pivotal role.
Yes, there is no surprise on Zakir Naik's influence on radical thought, not only in India, I think across the world. You had Easter blasting, bombing, you had Bangladesh bombing, you had in earlier also reports of some terrorists getting influenced by Zakir Naik, whether it is in Kashmir or other parts of the country. Even as far as England, I recall a bomber admitted that he was influenced by Zakir Naik. And the tragedy is that such radical Islamist preacher gets scot-free, is now in the World Cup of football, which is going on. What a tragedy that the countries do not realize how such hate monger and radical preacher can be invited to World Football Cup, and ultimately the world will, the humanity will have to pay the price. I think the country should leave their self-interest and political vested interest and go against such radical preachers and take action against people like Zakir Naik.
Dr. Vaid, just one quick question before I let you go. This is with regards to the fact that it took some amount of time for the Indian government to also raise an objection about the presence of Zakir Naik in Qatar. And that's exactly why many would say that, strong action was never really taken against Zakir Naik. The fact that he managed to escape from the country and then the prosecution actually begins.
Yes, Qatar, though the Qatar government has said that there was no official invite from their side, but then fact remains that he has come there, and in fact there was a report of that about 550 people have been converted to Islam. So such a preacher, I think the investigating agencies need to be more precise in collecting evidence of his influence, and Interpol needs to be actually taken on board with the cooperation of all member states, so that red card notice is issued against him and he is not able to travel from Malaysia to Qatar or any other country. So countries like Qatar also need to be, I think, flagged by not only India and many other countries who are sufferer of such a ideology preached by people like Zakir Naik.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Vaid, for putting this into perspective. The Tihar tape is out. Jail superintendent met jail minister Satyendra Jain. Why was he doing that? Also storm over Republic Amritpal Singh report. Chief Minister duck, ministers evade. Opposition in Punjab goes to the governor on law and order.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police.
Latest images now coming in from Meerut, where one person has died after fire broke out in a sugar mill in Meerut. These are the latest pictures now coming in. Fire engines have been brought in to douse the fire. What you can see right now, these are the latest images of coming in of the fire brigade trying to douse the fire. This is inside a sugar mill where one person is reportedly dead. We're not very sure at this point in time whether at all there are other people who may have been stuck inside the mill. We're waiting for an official confirmation to come in from the authorities, giving us a sense of what's happening. But as you can see, smoke billowing out from the sugar mill right now in Meerut. These are the live images where the rescue operation is also on, and efforts are being made by the fire brigade to try and douse the massive fire that's now broken out. We're trying for more information coming in from the ground, but all that we can confirm right now is that reports coming in that one person may have succumbed to his injuries. The fire brigade is also continuing with the efforts. What we do not know at this point in time is whether at all there could be more people who may have been stuck inside the sugar mill. Slipping into a short break. On the other side, we'll get you more details.
Commenting on the Home Minister Amit Shah's statements of having taken stern action following the 2002 riots with the perpetrators being taught a lesson, AIMIM Chief Asauddin Owaisi at a rally in Ahmedabad questioned what lesson had been taught following the riots in Delhi in 2020.
इख्तिदार के नशे में डूबकर आज भारत के होम मिनिस्टर कह रहे हैं कि सबक सिखाया हमने। अरे आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया? पूरे मुल्क में बदनामी हो गई। अमित शाह साहब, आपने कौन सा सबक सिखाया कि दिल्ली में फसाद हो गया?
Amid the tensions between and regions of Meghalaya and Assam following the incident in Mukhro that killed 6 people, the Meghalaya government has extended a shutdown of the internet in 7 districts for another 48 hours. G20 Sherpa for India, Amitabh Kant, G20 India Coordinator Harsh Shringla, along with 40 various heads of missions and heads of international organizations were given a warm welcome ahead of India assuming presidency of the International Forum. And here's some news in brief. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde along with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis participated in the tribute ceremony held for martyrs of the 26/11 attacks in Mumbai at the office of the Mumbai Commissioner of Police.
"14 years since Pakistan terrorists attacked Mumbai, the masterminds are still alive and protected."
14 वर्ष पहले जब भारत अपने संविधान और अपने नागरिकों के अधिकारों का पर्व मना रहा था, मानवता के दुश्मनों ने भारत पर सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी हमला किया।
Never forgive, never forget. Prime Minister Modi says fight against terror and terror havens continues. Third Tihar tape is out. Jail superintendent met Jail Minister Satyendra Jain. Why was he doing that?
नाम का उपयोग आप राजनीति के लिए मत करिए। राम मंदिर ठीक है, कल नहीं था और है, व्हाट इज मेक डिफरेंस? आप बनाइए ना, बनाओ 5000 फुट ऊपर बनाइए।
Biggest election controversy in Gujarat. Congress campaigner and former Chief Minister Shankar Singh Waghela says Ram doesn't need a mandir. Storm over Republic. Amritpal Singh report. Chief Minister ducks, ministers evade. Opposition in Punjab goes to the governor on law and order situation. PSLV C-54 successfully places Earth observation satellite into orbit, another big milestone for ISRO. Getting in the latest information from Meerut, where there's been a fire that broke out inside a sugar mill. Latest reports essentially suggested that one person is reportedly dead after the fire broke out inside a sugar mill in Meerut. What he's seeing right now, these are the latest images of the fire. Firefighters continuing to douse the fire. We're not very sure at this point in time whether at all anyone else is trapped inside the sugar mill or not. Let's just go across to my colleague Vivek, who's joining us for the latest information. Vivek, इस वक्त आपके पास क्या जानकारी है, किस वक्त ये भीषण आग शुरू हुई और इस वक्त आपके पास क्या जानकारी है?
देखिए, आपको बताऊं, मेरठ के मोहिद्दीनपुर में जो चीनी मिल है, वहां पे दोपहर में आग लगने की सूचना मिली और जैसे ही आग लगी उसके बाद फायर टेंडर्स को वहां पर भेजा गया। हालांकि इसमें एक अधिकारी की जो वहां चीनी मिल में जो काम करते थे उनकी दुखद मौत हो गई है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद फायर टेंडर्स ने वहां पर जो आग है वो फिलहाल बुझा दी है। मुख्यमंत्री ने भी इस पूरी घटना का संज्ञान लिया है और जो अधिकारी जो दिवंगत हुए हैं उनकी आत्मा की शांति करते हुए शांति की कामना करते हुए मुख्यमंत्री ने जो परिजन है उनके प्रति अपनी जो संवेदना वो व्यक्त की। इसके साथ साथ जो अपर मुख्य सचिव चीनी है उनको भी तत्काल घटनास्थल पर जाकर के जो कारण है उनके जांच करने के निर्देश दिए हैं। फिलहाल किस कारण से आग लगी इस पर अभी चीजें बहुत ज्यादा क्लियर नहीं है। शॉर्ट सर्किट की बात निकल के सामने आ रही है, एक अधिकारी की दुखद मौत हुई है, लेकिन अभी स्थिति जो है वो कंट्रोल में है।
विवेक, थोड़ा और जानकारी आपसे लेना चाहूँगा कि इस शुगर मिल ये कहाँ पर है मेरठ में और क्या ये आज ऑपरेशनल था, क्योंकि इस वक्त जो तस्वीरें न्यूज़ रूम में आ रही है उस पर तो लग रहा है कि काफ़ी बड़ा आग है और ये कितने मंजिलों पर ये आग लगा हुआ है, इसकी जानकारी आपके पास?
देखिए, ये मेरठ का मोहिउद्दीनपुर एरिया पड़ता है जहां पर ये चीनी मिल है और ये सरकारी चीनी मिल है। यहाँ पर ये आग लगी थी, दोपहर का समय है जिस समय ये आग लगी है, जब लोग वहां पर थे। और आज ये चीनी मिल चूंकि फंक्शनल भी है, इस समय अब गन्ने का जो समय है, गन्ना थोड़े समय में अलग अलग चीनी मिलों में पहुंचने लगा है, अलग अलग जगहों पे आज थोड़े दिनों में पहुंचेगा भी। तो पूरी तरीके से चीनी मिल जो है वो फंक्शनल थी और उस दौरान जो कर्मचारी थे, जो अधिकारी थे, वो भी मौके पर मौजूद थे। हालांकि जैसे ही घटना की सूचना मिली उसके बाद तुरंत फायर टेंडर्स को कॉल किया गया और थोड़ी देर में फायर टेंडर्स वहां पर मौके पर पहुंचे। लेकिन शुरुआती तौर पर ही जब ये आग लगी और उस दौरान जब तक फायर टेंडर्स पहुंचे उसी दौरान एक अधिकारी के घायल होने की सूचना थी, लेकिन निकालते निकालते उस अधिकारी की दुखद मौत हो गई है। और इस पूरी घटना की जांच करने को लेकर के मुख्यमंत्री ने मुख्य सचिव चीनी जो है उनको घटनास्थल पर जाकर के जांच करने की बात कही है। एक बार जांच की प्रक्रिया जब आगे बढ़ेगी तो चीजें और स्पष्ट हो पाएंगी। हालांकि फिलहाल शॉर्ट सर्किट का जो कारण है वो बताया जा रहा है।
Thank you very much, Vivek, for getting us the latest information. We'll keep a close watch on the developments taking place in Meerut. So far, reports coming in that one person has died. No further information whether at all there are more people who could have been trapped. Well, it's turning out to become an embarrassment for the Aam Aadmi Party, which they're trying to brazen it out. This is the third such tape that has now emerged, where one can see Jail Minister Satyendra Jain sitting with the jail superintendent. This is the third such video that you can see, where it clearly looks like he's having a darbar. In fact, the enforcement directorate in the affidavit that was filed before the court essentially indicated that he was meeting some of the accused in the very case inside the cell where he's lodged. Take a look at the other two videos where you can clearly see that Satyendra Jain enjoys a sumptuous meal. And of course, the first big video that emerged was of a rape accused giving a massage to the minister. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has essentially been saying that there are 10 videos of the jail which is being released by the BJP, but in contrast, there are 10 promises that the Aam Aadmi Party is making to the public of Delhi in the run-up to the MCD polls. They say that a nervous BJP has essentially put out these videos, and the Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, is speaking about issues. Is that the reality? The fact of the matter is that there is not much of a strong defense really coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party when it comes to these very videos. In fact, Republic TV had first tracked down the DG of Tihar jail, who was transferred out, and now Republic TV's Piyush Ori has confronted the Tihar superintendent, who's seen in this fresh video with jailed Aam Aadmi Party minister Satyendra Jain. Listen in to what he had to say when my colleague Piyush asked those pointed questions.
Sir, my name is Piyush Ori and I'm speaking from Republic Media Network, sir. Sir, your video has emerged. You have been interacting with Satyendra Jain, sir. So what exactly is your point of view, sir? How do you want to defend your action, sir?
Right now I'm in hospital. My wife is serious, so I could not say time.
No, sir, but if you can just give me your view, sir, what exactly? Because, you have been suspended because of this.
I cannot give my view right now because there is an inquiry underway and it cannot be say anything.
Okay, you mean, okay, sir, I can understand your predicament, but I want to understand, did Satyendra Jain in a way use his clout of asking you to come over?
I will not make any kind of comment because I'm still a government employee and the government has ordered inquiry and it is underway. So it is not appropriate to reveal anything. Whatever will be there, so that will come out during the investigation or during the course of inquiry.
Okay, sir. You know why, sir, I'm being persistent of knowing your side of the view is because there are also a lot of allegations that are being leveled against you.
And I am not
yes,
mentally
sir.
I am not good because my wife is serious and she is hospitalized.
Okay, I wish her well, sir. I wish her well. And I also hope that you also come out of it, and that is why I wanted to know about your side of the story. But you want to say something at least, sir, because your name has emerged, your video has emerged, and I want that at least people should know. Yes, sir.
The government has ordered inquiry and whatever the truth that will surface out.
Okay, can you tell me that when is the government report likely to come out, sir?
I don't know. No, this is purely related to the inquiry committee.
Are you still in Delhi or you are somewhere else, sir?
No, I am in NCR region. I am in Gurugram.
Okay. Right, thank you.
आज मीडिया के माध्यम से एक और वीडियो सामने आ चुका है कि किस प्रकार से पहले तिहाड़ में जो 5 महीने से जेल में है सत्येंद्र जैन, जिनको कोर्ट से राहत नहीं मिलती है, पहले वो वीवीआईपी मालिश करवाते हैं, वो भी चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट से, और उसको फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट बताया जाता है। फिर उन्हें आलीशान पकवान नवाबों जैसा खिलाया जाता है और वो कोर्ट में तो कहते हैं 28 किलो घट गया, खाना नहीं मिल पा रहा है। परंतु अब जो वीडियो सामने आया है कि किस प्रकार से जिस जेल सुपरिटेंडेंट को सस्पेंड भी किया गया है उनके कुकृत्यों की वजह से, वो नजर आते हैं सत्येंद्र जैन के साथ। किस प्रकार से सत्येंद्र जैन को वीवीआईपी ट्रीटमेंट मिल रही थी तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर, जो अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार कंट्रोल करती है। किस प्रकार से एलईडी टीवी से देखने से लेकर मिनरल वाटर, और उनको किस प्रकार से वहां पर एक दरबार लगाने दिया गया, वहां पर फिजियोथेरेपी के नाम पर मालिश करने दी गई, और वो भी एक चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट के द्वारा। ये दिखाता है कि ये कोई फिजियोथेरेपी थी ही नहीं, ये दरअसल करप्शन थेरेपी थी, और इसीलिए मंत्री रखा गया था सत्येंद्र जैन को, ताकि वो अपने मंत्री पद का दुरुपयोग करते हुए, जेल मिनिस्टर होते हुए, वहां पर वसूली भी कर सके सुकेश जैसे लोगों से और अपने लिए वीवीआईपी सेवाएं भी ले सके। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल, आपने इन सारी चीजों को डिफेंड किया, आपने एक रेपिस्ट को फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट कहा। बताइए कि क्या आप देश से माफी मांगेंगे और क्या सत्येंद्र जैन को बर्खास्त करेंगे और जेल से बाहर करेंगे, या आप इस
Prime Minister Modi paid tribute to the heroes of 26/11 and to all the victims who lost their lives in the terror attack of 2008. Prime Minister said that 14 years ago, when India was celebrating its Constitution Day, enemies of humanity carried out the biggest terror attack.
आज 26/11 मुंबई आतंकी हमले का दिन भी है। 14 वर्ष पहले जब भारत अपने संविधान और अपने नागरिकों के अधिकारों का पर्व मना रहा था, उसी दिन मानवता के दुश्मनों ने भारत पर सबसे बड़ा आतंकवादी हमला किया था। मुंबई आतंकी हमले में जिनकी मृत्यु हुई, मैं उन्हें अपनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं।
India remembers heroes and victims of the deadliest terror attack. Tributes pour in from across the country, from President Murmu to the Defence Minister. Top union ministers remembered the victims, paid homage. In Mumbai, Maharashtra Governor and Chief Minister paid their homage with other leaders this morning at the premises of the Police Commissioner. After massage, champai and meals, it's a fresh video of Delhi Jail Minister Satyendra Jain from Tihar. In the fresh video, Satyendra Jain is seen meeting a superintendent of Tihar jail inside his prison cell. Jain can be seen having a conversation with some people, including jail superintendent, who is now under suspension.
पहले वीडियो में आपने देखा कि सत्येंद्र जैन मालिश करवाते हैं चाइल्ड रेपिस्ट के द्वारा। आम आदमी पार्टी उसे फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट बताती है। आम आदमी पार्टी ने स्पा की सेवाएं तिहाड़ में खोल दी। फिर हमने देखा सत्येंद्र जैन बोलते हैं 28 किलो वजन घट गया, कोर्ट में कहते हैं खाना नहीं मिल रहा, परंतु सामने आता है कि नवाबों जैसे उनको सम्चुअस मील दिया जा रहा है 2-2 बटलर के साथ। और वो भी सामने आ गया कि आप आदमी पार्टी ने तिहाड़ में किस प्रकार से रिजॉर्ट और रेस्टोरेंट शुरू कर दिया।
A former Congress MLA Asif Khan has been arrested for abusing a policeman in Delhi's Shaheen Bagh area. The scuffle began when the Congress leader, whose daughter is a candidate in MCD election, was holding a gathering and the cops came to check for the permission for the gathering. Congress, however, remained defiant of the controversy. Congress leader said that the cop is the one who crossed the line instead of apologizing. Congress questioned that why were the cops questioning the Congress leader and said Congress leader's assault a response to cop crossing the line.
If he has exceeded or broken the law, law will take its own course. However, when vandalism is done by BJP, then no actions are taken.
Kashmiri Pandits held a barefoot protest march on Constitution Day today. Visuals as India celebrates Constitution Day, a celebration event was organized in the national capital where Prime Minister Modi was also in attendance along with the Chief Justice of India and other dignitaries. CJI said that an institution thrives with time only when it functions democratically.
We have been adopting technology to improve the working of courts. It is of supreme importance and necessity that the courts are remodeled to reach out to the people instead of the people reaching out to the courts in their quest for justice. To ensure that the courts reach out to the people, it is essential that the process of litigation is simplified and made citizen-centric.
Kashmiri Pandits held a barefoot protest march on Constitution Day today. Visuals on your screen from Jammu of the Kashmiri Pandit migrant employees who had come from the valley fearing targeted killings. Pandits also said the right to life is violated as they are under continuous threat.
साल उन्होंने यही किया, वी आर मेकिंग एडुकेट अरेंजमेंट्स। जब तक आप एम्प्लॉय को कॉन्फिडेंस में नहीं लेंगे, आप जब तक ट्रस्ट डेवलप नहीं करेंगे एम्प्लॉय के बीच में, जब तक आप कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं डेवलप करेंगे एम्प्लॉय के बीच में, ये सारा फेल है। हम यूटी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से काफी डिसअपॉइंटेड हैं।
Big political storm over Republic's news break on Amritpal. Republic in fact confronted Punjab Chief Minister on Amritpal, but Bhagwat Mann evades Republic's question.
The Chief Minister is here, and in fact we will try to speak to the Chief Minister. Sir, CM sir, one question.